The Honorable Directors of IPMI Executive Educations, the Honorable Professors, Lecturers, and all Civitas Academia, the Law Graduates Class of 2023 and all of their respective families. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to you all. First of all, I would like to thank God Almighty for His blessings. And second of all, I would like to sincerely apologize for not being able to attend this graduation ceremony physically to provide a keynote address to all of you, the class of graduates of 2023. Nevertheless, you can always count on my support as an alumni of the best MBA schools in Indonesia, IPMI, in navigating your future endeavor. I am one of you, and this time is exactly 20 years since I had my graduations. I am an executive MBA class of 2001 and graduated in 2003. How time flies. So it is always an honor for me to be back to campus again and to say hi to all of you and exchange idea with all of you. Distinguished graduates, please allow me today to deliver a keynote speech in regard to the topic which I believe it is related to any of us in this room and to the next generations. The topic which was given to me is about stewardship in energy transition, business transformations and innovations from the Global South. Let's not worry that I'm going to present with all fancy graphs or the complex big ecosystems of the energy transitions with complicated numbers. No. Instead, today, what I would like to share with you is one phrase which we in PLN always fall into to face the energy transitions, namely energy optimism for Indonesia. The keyword here is optimism. Always be optimistic. Let me share with you the meaning of optimism with the story I face almost daily. Indonesia government in every G20 meetings, including its follow-ups meetings, always put forward its positions. I quoted what one of the senior ministers of the Republic of Indonesia in one of the G20 meetings related to the energy transition recently. He said that this energy transition must be carried out fairly. The paradigm shift of the energy transition will definitely have an impact on job changes, development scenarios, business orientations, and others. So we want justice, those with heavy burdens to be helped, those who are ready to go their own way while helping the underprivileged. This must be supported, of course, by hard work with global cooperations. This is what we will build at G20 Indonesia. This is what we mean by the global deal, hard work with global cooperation. So as a scholar, we have to critically ask, what is the meaning of fairly? What is the meaning of justice? And what is the meaning of hard work with global cooperations to have a global deal? Well, anytime I hear the word fair, justice, work in a collaborative or cooperative manner, then I remember my time in IPMI when we discuss about the equilibrium, demand-supply curve, etc. Basically, it is one party acts as a supplier, the other acts as a consumer, and one party acts as a licensor, while the other party acts as licensee. It is clear to me from the minister's message in the context of energy transition that those developed countries have capital, they have technologies, and they have machines. But the question is, in order to match and be in this fair state of equilibrium, what do we have? What we as a people, citizen of the Global South, can offer to match the capabilities and resources of the Global North? Or even, what should we do to be able to have a global deal? In my opinion, we have many to offer. But let's focus on my personal top 3 business transformations and innovations the countries of the Global South that we can offer. Number 1, business transformation number 1 from China with the country 996. We all see China reveals its 996 work culture where employees work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Alibaba founder famously wrote an essay calling 996 is a great blessing that was necessary to Alibaba's exponential rise. Jack Ma, as the founder of the company, also adds, how do you want to achieve your success without making extra effort? He also states that to the potential employees of Alibaba, why bother to apply? We do not like those who work 8 hours comfortably. The message is clear here and obvious that the 996 system is an important system for the successful top companies who want to be recognized as a leader in the world. In the case of Alibaba, it is important because Alibaba wants to beat its competitors like Amazon. The message is clear also and obvious that 996 system is an important system in China to anyone who wants to achieve their full potential as an employee. Looking back to the intention and rationale of the 996, it is said that the system is invented to attract more high-end talents, smart, hardworking talents that fits to China's work culture, and upgrade their organization's work ethics. In other words, you may be a smart person, but if you are not hardworking enough, then you certainly don't fit into China organization work culture. Such organization then has the ability to enhance the competitiveness of the enterprise products, and at the end, to maximize the profits for the shareholders. Ladies and gentlemen, whether such a phenomenon or the model of 996 is reasonable enough or not reasonable, time will tell. For those who don't agree, or before someone said I'm being unreasonable, let's go for the business transformation number 2. To me, business transformation and innovation number 2 is wilder than the first one. Number 2, the business transformation and innovation number 2 is from India, with the country of 24/7 by 365. For those who have been in the cities like Gurgaon or Bangalore in India, I believe you know it very well, how those cities live 24 hours every day, including holidays, because of its business process outsourcing activities. The business process outsourcing, or known as a BPO, includes call center, contact centers, software development center, etc. The key for success is their work culture as well. Many Indian outsourcing firms offer to work almost the same office hours as their clients, or simply said, I will work in your time zone, so to speak. I repeat that again. I offer you as my client that I will work in the same office hours as you. I will work in your time zone. Certainly, this can be an attractive proposition to the rich world client located far away time zones, such as Europe, North America, or other countries in the global north. In India, business process outsourcing is the fastest growing segment in the information technology-enabled services industry, or in the simple terms, it is the digitalization of the business. Factors demanded by corporations in developed countries such as economies of scale, business risk mitigations, cost advantage utilizations improvement, and superior competency have all led to the growth of the Indian BPO industry. BPO in India, which started around mid-1990s, has now grown by leaps and bounds. This is simply because of the commitment of working in your time zone, and even more, while the clients sleep, BPO companies continue to work to produce the outcomes. The 24/7 by 365 India culture is made possible because of the adaptive technology that India has, and the business processes and the commitment of India's labor. To me, such commitment is also important when we deal with the trilemma of the energy transitions. Those are energy security, energy affordability, and sustainability. Every second, decision must be made. Every minute, the action must be taken. Every hour, the policy must be updated. It is a real-time world. There is no escape. That soon, rather than later, we all have to copy what India did and does with its 24/7 by 365 BPO. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have certainly learned from China and India. Please allow me to continue with the business transformation from Global South number 3. Transformation number 3 is from Indonesia. It is very interesting. It is Indonesia with its X factor. The X, what is the X? If you browse the internet, the letter X is often symbolizes with something unknown. The X is closely related with the air of mystery that can be appealing and can be surprising or can be exciting. Just look at how Elon Musk utilizing the X factor. Elon Musk has his SpaceX, Tesla Model X, and now X is adopted as a new name for Twitter. You might be also familiar with the X from math class when we were all at the junior or senior high school. Many algebra problems use X as a variable, or the X is to stand for an unknown quantity. So back to the context of the business transformation and innovation related to the energy transition, the X which I mentioned here is refer to the XaaS, or known as Everything as a Services. The XaaS is the trend toward developing new business models by moving from making and selling products to delivering product outcomes as a service, thereby transforming revenue streams, product design, customer engagement, and some other things. XaaS is not just about infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or any other old definition of as a service. Let's look at the Gojek or Goto to be exact. For example, it is a true example of everything as a service, and it is an Indonesian company. The Asia Pacific Everything as a Service, XaaS, it can be said in the Global South. XaaS market segmentation from the technical point of view includes different model of the business types. In addition to the Internet as a Service or Platform as a Service I mentioned earlier, the type segment includes Device as a Service, Unified Communication as a Service, Software as a Service, Analytics as a Service, Business Process as a Service, and some other types. They all have one fundamental to share. To succeed, business must be fast. Everything as a Service, XaaS, has the ability to provide fast services. Everything as a Service can make transformation in strategic level and operational level. So, as evidence in the case of Goto or Gojek, and hopefully in PLN case, we have a PLN mobile apps, for example. From our experience in PLN mobile, it is apparent that the customer interactions and engagement become continuous instead of intermittent. The stream of customers and their data provides insights for engineering, product management, sales, marketing, and business development. Keeping ownership to the productions of assets also allows full control of the secondary market for the use and refurbished equipment. This is in turn reduce the number of the waste goods or products. At the same time, we also found that the flawless service execution is essential to ensure a customer experience that gives them every reason to renew their subscriptions and even more deeply engage with PLN services. Ladies and gentlemen, I personally have a lot of beliefs in the everything as a service that Indonesia can offer locally and globally. The above example is the serious ones. But who in here need a one-day passport, 3 hours driving license, or hit to queue to pay or order for something? Those are everything as a service, as you know. Though it might not be a good example, but in Indonesia, everything is possible because of its everything as a service. Distinguished graduates, so to answer my above questions, in my opinion, the definition of fair and justice or justice in the context of energy transition is when the global north provides capital and the global south provides the hardworking labor under the everything as a service ecosystem. The global north capital matches with the global south hardworking culture under the everything as a service ecosystem. It is not just applicable for energy transition per se, but for every field in our professional life. The point I would like to make is that we all see how far we are with the current development in this beautiful country. I strongly argue that we now already move forward as a nation and we move on the right track. I just cannot imagine if we implement the 3 points of business and innovation transformations, China 996, India 24/7/365, and Indonesia XaaS, and then we certainly able to achieve our goals as stated in our opening of the Constitution's 1945. This makes me a very optimistic and happy person. I have sworn with the optimism with the road ahead. The same optimism also exists in PLN as a company. As a company with a strategic role in the Indonesian electricity industry, PLN is committed to encouraging the energy transition process towards achieving net zero emission target by 2060. We are optimistic. I repeat again, we are optimistic that the hard work and dedications that has been given will be continued for the coming years, so that the company is able to play a major and optimal role in the midst of energy transition process towards net zero by 2060. So, to conclude, what is the business transformation and innovation from Global South which can be adapted in the energy transitions? To answer this, there are 3 ideas, and those ideas can be adapted not only for stewardship in the energy transitions, but also for stewardship for and in business. They are China 996, India 24/7 by 365, and Indonesia XAS, everything as a service. Distinguished graduates, ladies and gentlemen, before I end my keynote speech, please allow me to once again fully congratulate you and your loved ones. My utmost congratulations. You have really worked hard and you deserve to be proud of this achievement and to take this opportunity to celebrate with your loved ones. Take pleasure in and satisfaction in what you achieve. But next, you may want to consider the points I mentioned above: 996, 24/7 by 365, and XAAS, everything as a service. If you want to conquer the world. And as I said, Indonesia, in this country, we love the X Factor. So here is my X Factor to all of you. Not in the form of XAS, but in the form of XOXOXO. My sincere, genuine love and respect to all of you as the graduates of IPMI and to all of your family who support you unconditionally. Good luck and wishing you all the good life. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.